Welcome to What If It All Goes Right, the podcast where we flip the script on obstacles and turn them into opportunities. I'm Angela Gargano, 6-time American Ninja Warrior, Miss Fitness America, keynote speaker, and someone who knows firsthand what it's like to face setbacks and wonder, is this for me? I've torn my ACL on national television, worked the 12-hour overnight shifts as a biochemist, and battled my own doubts about how to chase my goals while juggling life's chaos. But through it all, I've learned one powerful truth. It's not about avoiding challenges. It's about how you view them. The difference between success and staying stuck, it's all in your mindset and what you do next. This podcast is here to remind you that every single person you admire has faced obstacles. The real magic happens when you decide to see those hardships as stepping stones to something greater. Each week, we'll dive into powerful stories and practical tools and mindset shifts to help you take control of your life and ask the big question, what if it all goes right? You'll leave each episode empowered, inspired, and equipped with the actionable steps to create the life you've been dreaming of. Because the truth is, you're stronger than you think, and your obstacles are just opportunities in disguise. Let's rewrite your story together. Get ready to feel inspired, take action, and see what happens when you start asking, what if it all goes right? Hello, everyone, and welcome again to What If It All Goes Right? I'm recording here in my hotel room in Nashville. I got super inspired today after a breathwork session I did. So here we are doing some more off-the-cuff episodes that I honestly don't fully know where it's going. So if you're down for the ride with me and you're down to really sit down and wonder, what if it all goes right? What if it already is going right, even when it feels like it isn't? This is going to be a great episode for you. So today's episode, I want to talk all about what I wrote in my journal. So I'm going to pull my journal out and just go for it. So one of the things that I saw happen the other day with one of my clients, she's in our Strong Feels Good VIP coaching experience, is that, and this happens to a lot of women who are in any of my programs, they have been showing up consistently, and consistency might mean that some weeks they got 4 workouts, some weeks they got 2 workouts, but they consistently kept showing up for that 6 weeks. And while they're on that journey, they're all very high achieving women. They're thinking, I'm probably not going to see any progress because I wasn't showing up perfectly on all the weeks, right? And this is why it is so important to do checkpoints in our programs. It's called strength tests, but this is not only just with fitness. I want you to talk about checkpoints with life. And I'm actually going to start doing these checkpoints in other areas of my life because I'm catching myself in the same cycle as my clients when it comes to this, which is that they are really unsure of if they are seeing progress or not while they're in it, which is very, very common. Because how can you really see if you're seeing progress in strength in your body in anything when you're so close to it instead of zooming out and being able to see, oh shit, I'm actually seeing a ton of progress, and this is something that I can actually sustain. This is something that's not like so extreme. And it almost feels a little bit weird because you're like, wait, this isn't that extreme, and I'm actually seeing a good amount of progress. So the checkpoints are really important. What we always do with my clients is we always, on day 1, do something called a strength test. Now, I started doing these strength tests back when, and I talked about this in my other podcast episode, I was really not loving working out, especially when I didn't have like a physical personal goal that I was going towards. And I needed to find some kind of measuring that I was getting something out of whatever the hell it was I was doing. So my friend and I would stay at the gym that I owned late at night. Shout out Amanda. My friend's name is Amanda. And we would do these strength tests where we would test different movements, kind of like an army PT test type of thing. And we'd start with that. We'd stay consistent, and then we'd come back to it later on, and we'd see how we improved with our consistency. We see areas we did improve, areas we didn't improve. And it was always very eye-opening because even if a number didn't change, you could also tell in your body if you were consistent that, oh, this move feels a little more comfortable. I feel a little better with it. And you could also tell when you were seriously not consistent at all. Maybe you did the test and worked out hard for a week and didn't work out for 2 weeks and then did it again, that, oh shit, like that didn't actually work out for me. But they're great areas to observe where you're at right now. And again, this doesn't have to be for fitness. And I'm going to actually start doing this with the goals that I'm setting for myself right now. I'm going to start and write out my baseline so that I can see that, because I've had to have my wing woman, Sarah. Well, I didn't have her do it. She just did it because she's the best. But she literally had to zoom me out from my business goals the other day because I was like, we're not seeing any progress. This wasn't the best year. I didn't think that we did it that well. And she zoomed me out and she kept kind of like knocking at me and like reminding me, waving her hands, like, hey, like over here. She was a very number driven person and data driven person. She's like, Angela, we've been doubling. So when you're feeling like you're not getting anywhere at all, even if it's because you might not feel the way you thought it was going to feel, it may not feel like, yeah, go back and look at the numbers to really see the success that you've had or not had, right? Is it in your head? Are you really not seeing success in your fitness, in your business, in life? Or is it just in your head and you're spiraling backwards? Let's look at the numbers. Look at the numbers, look at the observation. So I'm going to start to figure out exactly what I want that to be for my life and not just fitness, because I think that's going to help me a lot with staying clear. So, yeah, sometimes you don't know if you can see if you're seeing progress because consistency is messy. We talk about that a lot, right? Consistency is totally messy. It's not what everyone's saying, where it's like you were spot on every single day. I see all this stuff online, especially with business owners. They're like, every day, 5 a.m., you do this, you do that. Da, 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 da. It doesn't look like that all the time. It doesn't. Sometimes, yeah, hell yeah. If you got it down, you can get it. But sometimes it doesn't. What sets you apart is when things get tough and you allow yourself a grace once in a while with it, and you change the way it looks just a little bit, but you are continually going and trying your best. That's where consistency wins. So consistency can be tough when you feel like you're not seeing progress, right? So let's be clear with that. That's why these checkpoints are so important, right? It's tough to want to stay consistent if you don't think it's actually getting you anywhere, right? Because let's say again, I'm just going to throw out like the skill since I work with pull-ups, but this doesn't have to be pull-ups. This is like in general. Let's say you're working on your pull-up, okay, and you are showing up consistently, humbling, all those things, and you feel, maybe it's been like 3 weeks, like you haven't seen any progress in your strength at all. Like you're like, I just feel like I'm not moving, I'm not going anywhere. First, stop and ask, is that true? Go back to that progress sheet, redo your strength test with all your numbers, because your pull-up is a full body move, and see where you have improved. What was really interesting about my client the other day when I had my graduation call with her, she said, because I always tell people, look at those numbers, like look at numbers from day one and then do the strength test again so you can observe your strength gains. She's like, oh, funny, I didn't look at them at all, and I just wanted to see what I would get. And she literally crushed all the numbers, which was wild. So again, sometimes you can't see it. And that's where you might start to fall off with your consistency, because you're like, if I'm not seeing progress, why even keep going? Why even stay consistent? But consistency is for the long haul. It's not for the week. It's tough to stay consistent, again, especially when you're not seeing progress you want. So in order to stay consistent, you need some type of reassurance and some type of checkpoint. That's, so in your program, in your life. Again, I'm going to try and create some checkpoints for other areas of my life because I'm realizing how important this is going to be for me. So this way you can see the proof. And when you see the proof, when you finally see the proof, you know what it's going to give you? It's going to give you confidence. Because you're going to be like, heck yeah, I showed up. I was feeling down on myself, but look at these numbers. Let's go. You get this confidence, you get this spark. That confidence drives the momentum. And with confidence comes consistent action. And with action, it keeps you consistent and confident. So it's like this big loop. I wonder if I can make like a diagram of this, because I feel like it's a big loop. It really is. I'm going to read this one more time because I just think it's so good. And I'm so proud of this when I wrote this out. So I'm like, wow, this is really true. So you see the proof. And with the proof, it brings you confidence. And with the confidence, it allows you to keep that consistent action. And with the action, it keeps you confident and consistent. How crazy is that? It all kind of comes hand in hand. But we do need the proof. The proof is the underlying factor here that can hold people back. It's tough when you're not seeing progress, you're not sure. I think that when you get that little hint of proof and you get that little spark of like, oh my goodness, I'm feeling that little bit of confidence, run with it. Like, run with it. There's been so many times where I've been like down in the dumps and I've been like, like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with myself. And I get this little hint of proof that I'm headed in the right direction. And I just cling on to that. I'm like, all right, I'm going to cling on to that. And I'm just going to run with it. And you just need that little piece and it will help propel you forward. I felt like that was really important to see. And then I also write in here, what gets measured gets managed. And it's true in everything, whether that be your finances, whether that be your strength gains, whether it be food stuff. If you're stuck somewhere in your life right now I'm wondering if we could take a moment to figure out what kind of measurements we can measure to see success, to see what we have to do, what is working and what's not working. How can we break it down? Because if you're just like flying blindly and you're not really sure and you don't really have a measure of is it successful or not, it's going to be really tough to understand, right? And for me, what I realized is that I need to simplify a lot in my life. I need to measure things a little bit more. And this doesn't mean you need to be like obsessive with it, by the way. It doesn't mean you need to like measure it every single day. It just means to like maybe have like a key tracking on day one and 30 days later, check it out again and see where you're at. Because I'm not the kind of person, I'm a Gemini and we don't work well like that. We can have like little checkpoints like this, but we'd like a little messiness. I think for me, I keep thinking I have a money mindset issue when I think I just have a money management issue. Isn't that wild? Like I've been doing this business since 2017. I sit down with my accountant pretty much every single month to go through all my finances. And I still feel this like internal like scarcity of I'm not going to be able to make enough and make a living and create the life that I want like financially. But I think what I realize more is that that's an area of my life that I actually need to measure more so that I can manage it better. And then I'll have that confidence, right? Because I'll get that proof that I'm actually getting towards where I want to get. And then with that proof, right, I'm going to get that confidence. And with that confidence, I'm going to have more action. And more action is going to keep me consistent and confident, which is going to make me feel better with money. Boom. So again, maybe it's not money for you. Maybe it's not fitness for you. Maybe there's something else that just keeps coming up over and over again. Especially if it's something that you keep talking about over and over again to your friends, or it's mentally like just like weighing you on your head. Let's just right now, between me and you, let's just freaking handle it. Let's handle it. Let's start figuring out what we can manage with it so we can feel better. Okay. I think it's really important. So that's what I have to say today about. So, when it all goes right, I like to give you all action steps because I hate leaving you just hanging and just not doing anything, because nothing is going to happen if you don't take action, right? And action keeps you consistent and confident, right? So I want you to write down right now what's something that you could measure a little better and start with like the base of where you're at right now. Or write down maybe what some key performance indicators would be for that. Not to get all sciencey or mathematical or whatever. Write down where you're at right now. Draw an arrow next to it to where you want to go with it. Figure out some actions you can take daily to get closer to that goal. And again, you don't need to obsess over it. Just stay consistent with it. Little actions, the best that you can every single week. And I want you to come back to it. Let's do what we do in Full Revolution and Strong Feels, because we do 6-week markers. So in 6 weeks, go back to it and see where you're at. And if you haven't made progress with it, okay, cool. Identify why the hell you haven't seen progress with it. And if you feel like you haven't been making progress at all with it, and then you go back to those numbers and you actually have made some progress, you then can give yourself a little proof, a little confidence boost to say, you know what? I got this. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, I'm putting together my vision board. It's like a mini course and a workshop that I'm going to be doing at the end of it. It's so interesting because I do that every year. And to be clear, business-wise, like that's not really a money maker. It's just something I love doing because I feel like it really has helped me so much in my life. So if I can bring all the things that I've learned from all the different areas and put it into one little package spot for you to use, I feel like it's really key. And I love seeing you all do that because I feel like, again, it's really helped me in my life. Do I have it all perfectly? Do I know exactly what I'm doing with everything? And no. But every single year I have something that I learn and that I add to it to make it even better so that I can really live the life that I want and live my life by design, and realize that when things are feeling like they're going completely wrong and nothing is going your way, that what if it's actually going right?